Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Vashawn Jones, visionary of Fedora Outlier LLC. Yup, back in my same chair recording my video. And it's time to do something different. I feel it in my heart, right? Because nothing changes unless something changes. And so that means you have to change. And I love doing the videos here. It's really a dream come true. But I want to do them elsewhere, put them together, send them out to you guys because it's life. Life is amazing. Um, Last night I got the news that Shirley Barksdale, the lady who's in my homeless story when I was homeless, that took me in, and then in turn came to live with us for a while, got married, and moved back out on her own, and has been working with me. I want to say for me, but I don't have anybody that works for me. I'm not a slave master. Works with me, has been for the past 6 years. Um, she lost her daughter, and a year or so ago, she lost her son. And if you can imagine, our closeness and how I'm feeling, you know, that's how I'm feeling. But because I promised that we're gonna get this thing out, we're gonna get it out to the best of our ability. So let me tell you something. Let me tell you guys something, especially if you're disabled. And disabled doesn't necessarily mean blind, one leg, cognitive, whatever. Your mind is a debilitating thing if you listen to it, and if you listen to the wrong things. Change your mind, and everything around you will change. Um, so with Fedora, with my company, Fedora Outlier LLC, FedoraOutlier.com, I created it to help as many people as I can master life. Now, I'm a person that has been through every obstacle you can think of and still came out on top. And it's because of a mindset. When people say that you can't do it, when people told me that I couldn't do it, when people gave me examples of other people not doing it, I took the mindset of that's easy, and I went and did it. And I know that that spirit is inside of each and every one of us.
Mail. Gem Sports. Hey,
And that's
VIP.
my
Get in
only
first for 20% off.
purpose.
Jump the line and get online only savings. View online free shipping on regular priced items. Star on.
Create something that has never been created before. Never in the history of life. You're going to make a ton of mistakes. And I hope you guys can forgive me for those mistakes, because they truly are mistakes. If I would have known it could have been done better, if I would have had a blueprint to do it better, then I would have did it. But listen, for all of you guys that are watching on Facebook and subscribing to YouTube,
new on IDB. Apple Soccer theme.
LinkedIn, all the newsletters, blogs, any way that you're hearing the sound of my voice, my goal is to help as many people get what they want, because I'll always have what I want by helping enough people get what they want. Some announcements is we're coming out with a new product. You'll never guess. You'll never guess what I switched over to. Not like a permanent switch, but what we're going to be able to offer in the future by way of technology. And I'll just say robot. No, I'll just go ahead and say it. The Android platform system is ready, and we got something coming out. Videos, we just hired us a new person, Daniel Smith. Daniel is 11 years old, and he's phenomenal. When I was interviewed in South Carolina last weekend about our friend of the firm, my friend, and our client for the radio station that we taught him how to work and build, and doing the things that we do to get him up and running. Daniel came with his mom, Shelly, who works with us, Shelly Smith. He was super amazed at, how video shoots are shot and camera angles and microphones and all of that stuff. And he'd already had a camera, and it just cemented in him this spark that I seen. And he immediately said, "Man, I can edit your videos. I've been editing videos for this person and that person." And I'm like, "Man, you got the makings of someone that's gonna make it in their chosen field." And so we brought on Daniel Smith to do our video edits. This isn't gonna be one of them, but you'll see his work very, very shortly. Some revamping of some teaching that we're going to be doing on the Mac and iOS, Apple TV, Apple Watch platforms. Some new ventures on those of you guys that want to start a small business. I even dare
Mail.
to say
Skip
the
Sports.
word
Celebrate the 20th
small.
anniversary of the last shot with these Retro 14 shoes. The Jordan Retro 14 last shot shoes available to shop today. Men, women, boys, and girls sports.
Higher, or are you talking about the amount of money you want to make? I don't even like small business. It's large to me. Big business. You guys want to launch a big business? Then I'm the guy to assist you and walk you through it. Again, I've made every mistake in the business, and I believe that I can help. What is the other thing that thank you guys for subscribing to Fedora on YouTube. So now, youtube.com/Fedora Outlier LLC. Head on over there, subscribe, get our notifications, get your help, your life empowerment, your technology, all of that great stuff. I really, really appreciate you guys. We went from 60 to 100 real quick. So look out for that event coming up in, I think it's at the end of this month. Yeah, I think it's at the end of this month. They're drawing for the $100. I'm super, super appreciative. That makes our URL, with your help, a lot simpler to be able to give out and us to be able to provide you with content in an easy manner. So there you have it. The only question that I had that I would like to answer today, it's kind of a long question based on the teaching that's required, but it's a very easy one to answer. And so Mark in Canada wanted to know how to start a podcast. What equipment and training and things did he need to get started? So I'll run through a short list. You need a name for a podcast. You need to understand the format. Are you going to have guests? How are you going to interview those guests? Are they remote? Are they in person? For his setup, most of it is going to be in person. So how many people are going to be on? Well, it's 2 hosts. That's 2 microphones. And then you got a guest microphone at minimum. So that's 3 microphones. What type of microphones are you going to get? What type of interface is going to handle
Mail.
3
Cuban Crafters Cigars.
microphones?
Burger and Argenti and more selection.
You're gonna
Burger and Argenti
want
special and
to
selection. Burger and Argenti Fatso. Burger and Argenti and
multi-track. Each person on their own track so that you can edit properly. So you have to take that into consideration. Software, mic stands, pop filters, all the equipment that you're going to need. iTunes and connecting the RSS feed to iTunes and getting the iTunes approval. Mic technique, recording techniques, what to do when your recordings go wrong. How are you going to get the imaging? Imaging is like your intro, your outro, your segue music and voicing. Who's going to do your podcast post-production, your editing, all of that stuff. So those are the things to consider when wanting to start a podcast. They're not hard, but you need to map it out. You need to understand what is it that you need. It's audio. So the cheaper you go, the cheaper it's going to sound. So can you get started with a little this and a little that? Absolutely. Absolutely. If your plastic hammer is heavy enough, you can even hammer in a nail, but is that the ideal tool for the job? No. So Mark has already been helped. Of course, they was a previous client and came back to us for some additional work. Super excited to have him on board, and we're working through. He just made his purchases and contacted the imaging developer, and we're working through the training on getting his podcast up and running. Amazing guy. So that is it for this week. We got some super exciting stuff. Look out for the Android. Remember we talked about it a while back, Google World. Yeah, it's going to be exciting. All about Android in a special way. So let's change the world. Let's look out for future announcements. Let's live life and live it more abundantly. And let's change the world together.